I'm Nixie, and the sun is shining. I think we can officially say we are in spring, which is lucky because we're going to be opening the Miniverse Make It Mini Spring Capsules. So there's 4 to potentially collect in this series. You've got this chicken with the little eggs. We have a rabbit cake, 2 drinks, and then the ultra rare one I really want, which is the daffodils. I didn't have much luck with the Valentine's capsules, but we can hope with the spring ones. So let's get opening. And we might as well start with this one. So this, as you can see from the picture here, it's the eggs. Right, how are these to open? Not very good. Okay, second layer, can we make this work? Come on, come on. Oh, phew. Right, I'd say this one definitely is the eggs, that's fine. We will wait for daffodils. I like the look of the eggs anyway. So inside we get a table. This one's got a nice flower and Easter egg pattern. So we just pop that like that. We have a little mat that says Spring Vibes and a picture of a bunny. In this first bag we get this quite cute bunny cloche topper, a spoon and some purple tweezers. In this bag we have mayonnaise. In here we have our eggs. We have these bits, I don't actually know what they're meant to be, but little orange cubes. We have this jar of peppercorns wrapped in paper. Is our very cute chicken tray. And then in this one, we have a very cute bowl that has a flower and bunny pattern going around the side. That's nice. And of course we get all of these guides that have extra instructions and sort of safety. And then our collector's guide. So here are all things. We've got deviled eggs, bunny cake, milkshakes and daffodils. And here's our basic guide. So we mix the mayonnaise and scoop out all the yellow from the eggs. Put it back in, add the peppercorns for eyes, add whatever the orange things are as beaks. Still not sure. And we then let it set. And I found putting stuff in the sun was successful last time. I think we shall do it again. We will use the sun while we have it. Okay, so we start by, I guess, scooping out the stuff from these eggs. And it's sort of a kinetic-y sand stuff. Don't know how well this will mix up with the mayonnaise, but we will try, because this is pretty solid, this sand. So that's everything out the eggs, and I have kind of smushed it up a bit with my hand. It's a bit more soft when you start kind of working it. And we do also get 1 extra egg, so yeah. Okay, let's get some of this mayo out and mix it in. It's gonna be special trying to mix this. I don't really want to use my hands. You know what, maybe I'll just get some gloves, because I don't want to touch the resin. Okay, gloves. I mean, this is what you're meant to be using when you're working with this stuff, so let's try and mix it in this way. You know, I'm not sure if that really did anything, and I've decided to put it on paper, because if I can avoid getting resin in this bowl, then I will. I like this bowl. I feel this almost looks less than there was originally. But oh well, let's just scoop some into the egg. Maybe should I use more resin? I don't know. It just seemed all a bit odd. I might just try and split it up, make sure I've got even amounts before I top anything up. This whole process is just odd. I've never attempted making deviled eggs myself. It's not something that really appeals to me. Not a big fan of egg whites. I quite like egg yolks. So all the eggs have been filled, and now we need to make the little chicken faces. So let's try and place the little cubes in, the beaks, and the little peppercorn eyes. And there it is. I don't know how well that actually will sit. I probably didn't put enough mayonnaise in it, but you get the idea. Here they all are, and they actually look really cute. And interestingly, those peppercorns, there's about 3 different sort of colours. There's like a sort of black, slightly lighter brown, and a sort of mid-brown. So that was kind of cool, but look at them. Aren't they really cute? Okay, I like those. I'm not going to bother setting them yet, because they're not going to look any different to you on screen, so I'll do that later after this video. But what we will do is open another capsule. Right, Come on, success. Yay! Can we get the second layer? Oh no, I did worry about that bit there. Okay, so let's check what we get. And yes, it is the drinks. So this table, it's purple with just a pretty border. And we get our glasses. Okay, it said they were flower glasses, and I get that. I sort of got green stalk and pink flower. Those are actually quite cute. Wrapped in this, we have our little tray. In this bag, we have the cloche topper, purple tweezers, and 2 straws. And they're actually 2 different colour stripe design. One's slightly darker than the other, and one's slightly shorter than the other. Odd. Right, in this bag, we get our strawberry milkshake. And final bag, we get some whipped cream. Got sort of one with pink speckles, one with blue speckles, and then our lollipop. And inside we get 2 bunnies and an Easter egg. Not sure why we needed 3, but it's kind of cute that we did. So our instructions for this are fill it halfway with the straw in, set it, fill it nearly to the top with the lollipop in, set it, put a tiny bit on top with cream, set it. So that's a lot of setting going on. One of my straws is damaged. That's kind of sad. I'll put that in the bottom so hopefully it doesn't notice too much. Right, so let's just squeeze some in. And we're sort of going to have to work out whereabouts we think the lollipop will sort of fit to. Maybe just a tiny bit more. And we'll do equal in this one. And I will take these outside and set them, and we'll get on with another capsule in the meantime. Right, I have 2 capsules left. Both of them say they're the cake, but I personally think they sound like they have different rattles, so I'm really hoping for these daffodils. So, hoping you can hear the difference there. We'll try this one first. Come on, daffodils in one of these. I mean, honestly, I'd kind of take 2 sets of daffodils over the cake. I just think the daffodils look really cool. I kind of feel cake though. So here we have white table with a pink sort of flower design. First bag. Cloche top, tweezers, and a spatula. So I'm very much sure we have the cake here. On next bag. It just says berry on it, but this will be our frosting, I guess. And next bag. So we've got our cake base. Some shredded coconut, which it says special pink coconut, and then our bunny ears. And then finally, in this bit of paper, we have our cake stand. Okay, so this one looks a little bit more involved. Kind of looks like we put the icing around the outside with the face, tail, and sprinkles. Then we set that, then we have to do all the top. Oh, and it also says we had a mat here. I don't know where that's gone or if there was one. Okay, nope, found it. We're all good. Right, here's what we're going to do. I don't want to set the cake onto either the cake tray or the mat. So I think we're going to use this silicone tray and sort of hope for the best with that. So let's get some gloopy, luminous sort of pink icing and spread it along. And we'll sort of work out how we do it from here. Okay, I think what we're going to do is the rolling technique. So if we just sort of scatter a load of the coconut and then just kind of roll, and we'll just try and sort out eyes and stuff after. Right, that's reasonably covered. We'll just sort of poke things down a bit. I think then we'll just put another little sort of gloop on for the tail. We'll do it here. So just stick the tail sort of there. And then on the other side, let's kind of cover it in some more of this gel stuff. And we'll do our best to stick on the face. So there we go, and we will put that out to dry. No, we won't. I've done something stupid. Look, that's where the ears are going. We need to move the face around. One moment. There we go, take 2. Now we shall set it. So we've done swapsies, cake's out, drinks are in. Right, let's pour most of this in them. For this being strawberry milkshake, it's a bit too transparent, really. Like, milk's a lot more opaque. But oh well. Maybe it's not actually a milkshake, maybe it's just some nice strawberry drink. So nearly to the top, because we are going to be putting those creams, but we need to put in the lollipops and set then the cream. And look, I had these the wrong way round. I was looking at those like that. Look, they have little faces. Okay, so I guess we just need to really keep it to the side. That's not going to work. Okay, new plan. UV to actually set this bit more in place. I feel I'm going to be holding for quite a while. Okay, this one didn't go quite the best because the resin it's kind of riding up like that, so the drink's kind of spilling out in an unnatural way. But I'm going to now set them in the sun. I've set them enough just so that those are stable. Okay, whilst everything's setting, let's open this and really hope they are the daffodils. Please, please, please. Oh, not quite. Okay, I don't want to alarm you, but I think I'm seeing a daffodil in there. Oh, I'm so pleased. I really wanted those daffodils. Okay, and for our beautiful, beautiful daffodils, we're getting a yellow check table. In here, we have our soil flour mix and some garden sticks with stickers. In this one, tweezers and a trowel. In this, wrapped up, we have a pink tray with speckles. In this box, we are getting the cutest little bunny and chick planters. And finally, in this bag, it's got a little rubber band around it, we have our daffodils, hooray! And it's no resin, which is always lovely, so we just put the soil mix into them, put the plants in, we can put the little things with the stickers on, and we're done! It's simple, but it's going to be beautiful. So, kinetic sand mix. I mean, honestly, it's so much easier just to do it with your hands rather than the little trowel. We'll just sort of pull it out and start popping it in. So I only filled it a little way up because I think it might be easier to put them in and then fill it round the rest of it. We'll put it in and then just try and fill up round the outside. Okay, I actually decided to make different life choices. I removed all the soil and put the flowers in the bottom because they kind of weren't working fit-wise if I didn't do it like that. So let's scoop the soil out instead. Put the flower in and then start filling in around it. Okay, those are awesome, but let's check out these as well. So here they are, and they've sort of a nice little wood effect on them. And these are the potential stickers we can put on. So your blossom, high maintenance, be leaf in yourself, grow with the flow. So I've put the messages on each side so we can make our pick as to which one we want facing front. So essentially we'd just stick them in like that. I'm not really sure that's adding much in my opinion, but I guess it's a little extra. And you know, added extra is always nice, so we will do it. Look at them, aren't they awesome? I'm so happy to have got this one. I mean, daffodils are such a spring flower. But while we bask in the glory of these, let's go and get the drinks and the cake just so we can finish those off. Okay, so here is our cake with tail and face, sort of the right sides for those two holes. I sprinkled more of the coconut out. And I'm now going to cover the top bit. I'm not going to worry about the holes too much. I'm going to cover it with the sprinkles and then I'll sort of make sure I can poke holes to put the ears in once it has all the sprinkles on. Let's hope that that is a sensible way of doing it, because it's the way we are doing it. Okay, so top all coated and we are essentially going in. And covering it. Okay, I seem to have run out of cocktail sticks, so I'm just going to use a pin to open up those holes. And then we can place the ears on. And there's the other one. So for good measure, I did sprinkle some more on top, And we can now put him out in the sun, and we have our bunny cake. Okay, final one though. We have our drinks. We need to put the cream on top. Let's just check this is going to fit before we do. Okay, yeah, I think that will fit. The Valentine's Day drinks, that wasn't working very well. So all we need to do is just put a blob on top. Just need the last little blob. Come on. And then we can plop on our cream. Get that set, and we have our drinks. So here we go. All 4 of the spring capsules. We did it. We got all 4. Really happy. I do think the deviled eggs are really cute. I mean, obviously I like the daffodils. The drinks, I mean, I'm never a huge fan of drinks, but they turned out quite successfully, far better than the Valentine's Day ones. And the cake does look quite cute, so I'm not displeased with that. I'm just so happy to have got all of them, if I'm honest. Like, that was my main aim, to get all 4 for spring. Let me know though, which of these 4 is your favourite? I'm definitely feeling more ready for Easter now after opening all of these. I am glad we finally got spring because it is my favourite season. So thank you Miniverse for helping us celebrate. Now if you like this video, please do hit the thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos, do subscribe, and I'll see you all soon. Bye!